AJ Raw,
King Aries,
and you are now listening to BunDat Podcast.
You know what I mean? Let me first of all apologize to the viewers and listeners. Got my morning voice still. Sometimes my morning voice stays for the whole day, so it's like extra deep. I'm on some, what's up, that guy from Boys to Men shit? On that deep voice. Let me apologize right now.
No, don't apologize. You see him. You too smooth for your own good, you know.
Get rid of it. Let me apologize right now, in case, I don't know, people's husbands is watching or some shit. It's causing problems. But my morning voice deep. By the afternoon it goes. But today, it's one of those days. Some days it just stays like this. Luckily I didn't have studio now, because that would have messed it up. That would have sent me straight to number one. Who wants that? Imagine, I mean, so I just want to sit at a nice fight.
What do you
I don't want that life. I don't want them problems. Trying to go Nando's, the cameras all in your face. Hey, sign this.
Oh man,
sign my receipt.
How they even like deal with that? I'm still trying to figure it out.
I never want to know. I want to get rich and not famous. If it was up to me, I want to get rich and not famous. That's why I have an artist name. Like, you know, a lot of musicians, rappers, etc. use their name, or something like their name, or something to do with their name. That's why I have a whole artist name, as in, like, you cannot look at my artist name and get my name, just so I can be two places or two people, and just so I can just live my life. Cause I'll be somewhere, like, ain't you King Garrett? No, then I'll say my government name. You kind of look like him, where?
He was giving the whole game away. Yeah.
Like Will Smith is Will Smith. So if he checks into a hotel and you see Will Smith written, I mean, you know he's there. If I check into the same hotel and I'm massive, King Aries ain't here. That's my plan anyway. It works.
That's very smart.
Yeah, man, what's good, bro?
You know me, bro.
Got a King T.
Hey, I've always represented, but these little merchandise things that I bought, like when everything was at its peak, just means so much more now.
Yeah.
So I wear them with even more pride, and this just happened to be one. Like sometimes, you know, you see the adverts and they make kids like, this one I was like, I'm getting it. I don't care.
Yeah, that's dope.
And
that's dope. Black and gold is always
gotta represent the king, man. You feel me? So,
man, R.I.P. Kobe, man.
Yes, sir.
Let me start with a Kobe jersey story. Do you know what I mean? So, I was younger, getting my little money, so I bought my first Kobe jersey. It's expensive, man. Jerseys are expensive in general, let alone a Kobe jersey in that era. When I'm saying I bought my first Kobe jersey,
what year was it?
Before 81.
Ooh.
So when he was building up to 81. Yeah. So I remember I bought this jersey, cash, my little money, little hustle, doing my thing. And I remember it was like summer's day, like a dead summer's day. So I was training like outdoors by myself all day. It was one of those days where I'm like, it's not like school holidays or nothing. So it's like one of those where I'm off, randomly off. Everyone else is doing what they're doing, at their little job or college or whatever. So training all day. Finished training late.
As always, if you really train, you never finish training early ever.
Yeah. Got onto the road now. And like when I say late, I think it's like getting to 11 or some shit. So I finished training late, got onto the road now, and a bus turned and hit a man. Yeah, like got onto the road, a bus turned and hit a man because he was in the road. It was the bus's right way of turning. Because the bus was turning, in fairness to the driver, he had no way of seeing him. Do you know what I mean? And the man was like jaywalking. Do you know what I mean? So bus hit him. He was out. Like head was smacked. He was on the.
He was out.
He was Sorry, no. Get bus drivers in trouble. Sorry, a van. Should I get bus drivers in trouble? Sorry, a van. It wasn't at work. A van. A van turned and hit him. Yeah, but the driver was hit and run. The driver didn't stop. I'm looking like, oh, he's going up the road maybe because of cars or traffic. Now he kept going. So he went. The guy's smashed. I'm here. It's late, so there's like people on road, but there's more cars. Where I am is like park and then road. So there's like people driving and stuff. But as on road, there's more cars. Yeah. So the few people who are there, And it just tells you London, man. It's crazy. A few people who are there, like, oh my god, oh man.
Oh,
kept going.
come on, bro.
So I'm there like, it's not my plan to do this. I'm just assuming all these adults. Remember, I'm young.
Right.
Just look at all these adults. Everyone's leaving, and I'm seeing this guy. I'm seeing like a pool of blood coming into the road.
Okay.
So I take out my little mobile phone. Back then, you know, the little bricks and stuff.
Yep.
I think I had like a Sony Ericsson or something.
Hey, you had the luxury brick. I had the basic brick. The A310.
So
Shout out to Nokia.
Called 999 to speak to ambulance. Told them what's happened. So obviously they're like, we're gonna try and send someone as soon as possible, whatever. But the location you are is kind of difficult. But we're gonna try and send someone. So we need to guide you of what to do. What you described is like critical. Like it sounds like his head smashed. Well, we need to guide you what to do to try and keep him until until they get there. So they were like, if you can get a cloth or anything or a jumper or something,
no,
you need to put it under his head because he can't keep bleeding onto the road.
Please don't
I
tell
had
me.
my ball. Like no backpack or nothing. Just like my ball. You know, back in the day, so you lace up the train. You have your flip flops when you finish. You lace up the trainers and it's like
you hang on
it.
Yeah.
So I didn't have like a backpack. I didn't have like a change of clothes. I just had my ball and I was in my kit. And that day I was like, some hardcore training. So for inspiration, I was like, I want to train in a Kobe jersey. Because usually I would have kept it just for like going out or something. Yeah. So and it was the white jersey, the white and gold, the Sunday
white.
Yeah, I think it was like special days. Special
you
games.
had the Sunday white, bro.
Expensive. So that's the jersey I had. And they were like, do you have any cloth or something? Because you need to put it under his head to stop the bleed. Like, yo.
No, not the Sunday whites.
And I can't even lie, it sounds selfish, but I was like, not really wanting to do that. I was praying, I was thinking, can I look on the road? You know, it's not impossible thing. Maybe there's someone threw a jump rope or something. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I took off my jersey and put it on his head. And yeah, the whole jersey went from white to red. I just put it on his head. And it was like, I had to soak him up. I had to like, I mean, he was just talking to me through whatever. And I kind of stayed with him. It seemed that the guy was drunk, just from the way I could spell on him. And I think that might have helped him a bit. Because he would have been in crazy pain and, you know what I mean? So I think the fact he was drunk, whatever. Because he was coming in and out of consciousness. You know what I mean? Well, as if he wasn't drunk, he would have felt his whole head smashed. Like, you know what I mean? Ambulance finally got there. So the way he was, they had to take him with my jersey under his head. They couldn't just take it because they had to take, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing that's now soaking up the blood and holding him. So they had to take him with the jersey or whatever. And they took like my name and like my details because I was worried about what would happen to him or whatever. So that happened. Do you know what I mean? So I remember I went home and I just felt like, oh, I left out a crucial part of the story. A crucial part of the story. When I was doing this and putting the jersey around his head, a group of youngers came down the road, like me, like my age, because I was young. So when I was putting the stuff down his head, they came like a group. So they came to the scene like jamming because they could see what's going on. So I was like, yo, like yeah, he just got hit by her, whatever, and like I'm on the phone with the ambulance right now, trying to like, you know, save him. Like yeah, it's deep. Like you know, can you give it a hand or whatever? And
They didn't, did they?
they started going through his pockets as I'm like trying to do his head, and I couldn't like. I could only verbally try and stop it. I couldn't like try because I'm on where his head is. They tried going through his pockets and stuff. So his phone and whatever else. All I remember was the phone, but everything else, whatever was there, they literally in front of me as well as I'm trying to like put the thing on his head. Like they went in his pockets, and then they ran off. I don't even know why they ran off. I'm not gonna chase you because I'm busy. It was like, but that was like so surreal for me. That was like one of those moments where it was like. I didn't think it was possible for human beings to do this. Especially young. You know, when you're young, it's like maybe some bitter old person I would think that, but it was like seeing that live was like I'm talking to the ambulance lady and she was just like, oh yeah, just focus on his head or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't really focus on police or anything like that right now when you try to save him. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, when the ambulance came, they took my details or whatever because I was like worried about what would happen to him? So at that point, I didn't even think to say, oh, I might want that jersey back. But if you really think about it, I probably wouldn't even want that jersey back.
No.
I didn't even think about that, but I just like take my details. Because they were asking me, like, do you know him? Like, how did you end up here? Whatever. I was like, no, I'm just talking to the operator and she's telling me what to do. I'll wait for you guys. So they took my details.
I hate when they do that. They still want to always ask dumb questions. Like, not thank you, not what do you need, do you need a lift home, how do you know? Dumb answers.
Yeah, so from that, they got him in an ambulance, took my details, told me what hospital they were taking me to, and that was that they went. So I just, I walked home. It was like surreal. Like, I was still kind of traumatized by just, because I saw the impact.
Yeah, right.
I saw his head, like, because he went straight down.
Nah, bro.
And then seeing the van drive off, seeing him get robbed, like, it was a traumatizing experience.
It's like the worst case of this worst case scenario. Like,
I've not told this story to maybe more than 2 people, and you're the second. Like, it's one of them things where. So I left it, whatever. In my mind, even with all I did, there was no chance. Like, in my mind, I left it. So I didn't hear. This was like May-ish, April, May-ish. So I didn't hear nothing at all. So I forgot about it. So it's like months later, maybe like 4 months later, I got like a weird, what was it first? No, it wasn't a call, because I also given like my address and my email or whatever, and I got like a weird thing in the post. It wasn't a mobile phone bill, but it was addressed to me. Like, what was it? So I opened it and it was like a NHS letter, whatever. Just thanking me for my help that night, and it named the gentleman. It named him that he's able to, spend the summer with his family, and he's made a full recovery. He's been in hospital for months.
Wow.
Because he said it was a full recovery, and literally, the soaking up the blood and whatever, the timing was like critical and like all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I got that letter, and then do you know what I mean? Because since then I've been playing and stuff, and like I always think about that jersey and it will bring me back to this story. So I feel really good, because it's like months went by and I just thought the worst. So it's like, he made a full recovery, he's good, like, he thanks me as well, whatever.
Wow.
But it was like a letter, it was an NHS letter, so it's not something I could reply back to or nothing. Like, you know? So that was dope. And then near the end of summer, back in the day, London used to have like some serious, when basketball was big in London, we used to have some serious tournaments.
Midnight Madness?
There was an NBA tournament that came down to the O2. So it's like big prizes, like you could win basketball shoes, jersey, whatever. So I entered last minute, because I didn't have a team. So I entered last minute, because my thing was, if anything, it was different competitions. If anything, if I can't even get onto a team there, I'm going to jump into the 3-point shootout. Do you know what I mean? So I entered last minute for that. I managed to jump on a team quickly, and I was flame for it. Yeah. So we quickly got through or whatever. And to cut a long story short, it was like a lot of prizes won, and one of the prizes was the purple jersey, the exclusive purple and gold jersey.
Look how gold was.
I won that one. So when I bought that jersey, it was like, because I couldn't buy another Kobe jersey. I don't know how to explain it. I was young and hustling, so when I bought that jersey, that was like, I can't buy another one.
Wow.
I didn't have money like that.
Right.
So when I won the purple jersey, it was like, oh, this is my next Kobe jersey now. And it was free, like, do you know what I mean? And it was like, dope, do you know what I mean? So over the years, as I started, getting money, was able to buy a jersey or whatever, I would just never buy the white jersey. Wow. I would always get like the other color. I just wouldn't get the white jersey, because it's linked to trauma.
It's a
you know what I mean? And every now and then I think about that guy, like, I hope he's good, I hope he's alright, do you know what I mean? And whatever them kids do with that phone or whatever they got for his pocket, good luck to them. But yeah, that was like crazy moment in life. Crazy. And I've won Kobe jerseys since. So even this I won as well. So I've bought jerseys in my life, but I've only bought one Kobe jersey, and it's the one that. So
that's God continuously giving it back to you.
Yeah. So even this one, Aquapura water, and it was like you could win jerseys, the latest some £500 football boots, this, that, whatever, and it was like free. You know, this competition. So I went online, did a little thing, and I won this. That's how I got this jersey. Yeah.
That's actually amazing for it, bro.
Yeah, so like I said, it's like I keep getting gifted Kobe jerseys. Do you know what I mean? I've gone to tournaments and got like Joey's always like Kobe jerseys. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Bro. That's amazing, man. You know, that's what happens when you're good. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's one thing I was thinking about today. Do you know how easy it is to just be bad for no reason?
Yeah,
I feel like it's way harder to actually be a good person and do the right thing.
It's weird though, because it's like expectations. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just expected people to be different from what I saw that night. Because I was the kid in the situation. I was the child.
Bro, like,
you know what I mean?
I completely feel what you're saying, and
everyone else was an adult. So even other people who were kids like me, there was more of them. So they could do more.
They could help. They could have done anything.
Yeah, so my expectations were really changed after that. That night, the van driver, like, there were so many things. Because again, he was in his right, and the guy seemed like he was probably drunk. He's probably in the road jaywalking. You know what I mean? So for him to even drive off after seeing the guy's head smashed, like, yeah, my expectations that night were just like
it changed, obviously.
Whoa, because I didn't know people could do stuff like that.
Well, that's them, innit? I mean, like, you're just echoing sentiments that I've kind of learned from too, in the sense, like, some people just don't care, you know.
Like for real.
They just don't care, bro.
Real, don't care.
I don't even know how else to put it. They just don't care, and it could be the most egregious thing, and they don't care. Especially if you're a male. Female might be different. You might get some people that might try and do a little bit more, but even then, they still don't care. And I've had to learn that that's what I meant by it's easier to be bad. It's actually harder to be good. It's actually harder to do the right thing.
Ain't that the truth?
Morally, you know, in any sense you want to put it.
End up losing an expensive Kobe jersey, man.
No, well, you kept gaining it back, innit?
Yeah.
That's how God worked. Like, he took that one away because he knew he was going to continuously give it back to you in different ways. Do you know what I mean? You know, that's a testament to be good, man. So anybody out there listening to this, don't get the perception of being a good person wrong. It's way harder to be good than it is to be bad.
For real.
Way harder. And if King Henry's didn't act, that guy would have died. He would have just lost blood, and had somebody did act later than him, he probably would have never been able to speak or walk again, and that's just as bad as passing away. So, shout out to you for being...
And shout out to bus drivers. I can't believe I said bus at the beginning. Because you know your remembrance story is just like a big...
Of course.
I don't even know why I said bus. It was a van.
Linked to a big
Because the bus driver will definitely stop. Because they have to.
Yeah.
Because the cameras.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a van. It was like weird.
Mad. Moving on from that, thank God for his life and thank God for your life too. Moving on from that, John Boyega.
Man, like...
one of our budding, growing stars / icons.
I like that guy, man.
He just continuously does things that we can relate to. In the latest episode of his life, which I don't even want to say episode because it actually is his life, he's dealt with an incident with this company called, I don't want to mess the name up, so bear with me for a second once I bring it up. I think he might put that in there.
My intermission. Give me some elevator music. King Gary style.
You might have to put one of your tunes up there just as a way to like keep people's thinking. And where is it? It's right here. Yeah, here it is. Called Jo Malone.
Jo Malone.
Right. So they are supposed to be a fragrance company. And they dropped him from an advert that he, as it says here, came up with the idea for the ad. He directed a short film based around his life and real life experiences and his mother, his father, his sisters, and everybody else connected to him, where he grew up, which was Peckham, and what his life and layers of his actual character is, put into this film his own idea and vision and directional skills. And what did they do? Wait for him to finish, right? Take his stuff, put their own whoever the hell it was in there, and not even tell him until they hit 12. And they didn't even tell him. What they do to fix it?
Dirty.
Issue an apology, and that's about it.
That's dirty.
And before this, he was the ambassador. They was bigging him up, putting him out there, obviously. And you know how we are. If you attach somebody that we relate to something,
Get the sales.
you're gonna get the sales. And I was even thinking, oh, Rod, like before even knowing what it was, I was like, oh, Rod, John made something for Joe. Let me go. I'm gonna go buy that.
I would have bought that, yeah.
I would have,
Because it's John.
I would have.
Because it's John, definitely.
And then you find out that they screwed him over. And they just want to apologize. And they couldn't understand that it's his likeness, like his literal likeness, his literal culture, his actual mother, father, and sister in there. Like when you think about it, it's like these people got no soul,
Bro.
No soul at all. You wait for him to do something like that. He went out of his way, and shout out to him because he's got his own actual like media company, Upper Room Studios, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out.
And he directs a short film for you guys, right?
That's messed up, man.
He puts his real life in it. So this is his real life. This is not Finn from Star Wars. It's not a character he played. This is his life. Real faces, real everything. His friends, where he hang out, where he grew up, everything into this as just like a little peek. I mean, you gave him the creative control to kind of, and he did something dope. Had the kids in there and everything, showed the culture, what London was like, what his part of, like how he viewed London basically, and how he viewed his life, like portions of his life in this advert. Puts it together beautifully, directed it, sick angles, color grading, like the way that they cut it in, they had the zoom up of his eye, which was like a peek, and they say the eye is the window to the soul, so now it makes sense because it's like, you peek into his soul, you see his family, you see his friends, you see where he grew up, you see everything that makes him him in this advert. And what they do? Replace him, put one of their people that they like in there, keep the same cuts, the same ideas, the same cutaways and everything.
Lawyer up.
And then when it hit the internet and everyone was like, hey, John did that a year ago. What you lot doing?
Lawyer up.
Oh, we deeply apologize for our mistake, and we had a misstep. And
they love not apologizing. They love apologizing without apologizing. It's a lack of respect. It's a lack of respect because there's a trend here. There's a trend of taking people's ideas, getting them to finish the idea, and then cutting them out, and then apologizing like, oh, did you know we couldn't do that? Lawyer up.
Bruh.
You have to take these kind of people to the cleaners, bro.
They've been doing it. Now you know why we talk the way we talk.
Jo Malone.
And I was actually, that's in the section, by the way. That's definitely going in the BunDat section.
Oh.
You getting like 16 BunDats for that, for
Jo
sure.
Malone.
And when I see it, before I even knew the situation, I'm like, oh, John Pot, I'm going to go buy that fragrance. That's like my new fragrance. I can't wait to put that on. Wait, they screwed my boy over? Oh, yeah, no. We ain't buying that. Sorry.
Jo Malone.
And then you see people in the friend discontinues their anti-black. So they don't like black people in China, apparently. And they will blame. So you're going to blame us for the virus. You're going to make it seem like we're the one to blame for everything because we're an easy target, and it's a historical thing that's been happening where if anything goes wrong, they stick it to us, especially young black people. And now this is somebody that you guys had invested in. So are you telling me you didn't even care about your brand or your company and you waited for him to come up with an idea?
They thought they could get away with it.
And
because probably
yeah,
in the hometown, they probably do. And they didn't realize this is an international star, ain't not gonna run, and Twitter's gonna find out. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, he's on his way to becoming an icon. Whatever his name touches, it's gonna.
He's a man of
blow
integrity so far.
Yes,
that's why I really like him.
Yes,
and I like his work. And like you said, he's like attached to us from the end.
Yeah,
like identity drama school or whatever. You either been to it or you know someone who has been to it. Like, do you know what I mean? So somehow, some way, John's a part of your life, and you know we ride for him, and unlike a lot of people, he rides for us. Like, you know the ones there. So if you screw over John, you screw over us.
We seen that it trended. Twitter got on there behind, bro. Got on them, and then they want to put out this stupid story about how they apologize and you know they
Sorry for
like
stealing. Sorry for stealing. My bad.
Like you guys are gonna keep doing this. You're gonna keep doing this.
That's why. Like John seems like a tenacious guy anyway, so I'm sure he's gonna lawyer up and just do what you can. You have to ruin these people. That's what you have to do. Shaming them is not enough. Do you know what I mean? If you shame them, they can still eat. You have to ruin them.
I seen that and I was so mad because it was triggering, because it was just like, this is what they've always done.
Yeah.
They've always done this. And to see it in 2019, 2020, like, they're still doing it.
This is what it looks like. I guarantee you. This is what it looks like Spotify was planning to do to Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah.
But Joe saw 10 years ahead.
Yes, bro.
He would have signed that contract, signed over his show to them, and eventually it would have been the Joe Budden podcast without him. And he saw 10 years ahead. Do you know what I mean? So
it's stunning. Like I'm still thinking about him. Like it just made my head spin. Like they really did that to my boy.
To someone, like you said, they didn't respect him, so they didn't realize his power. Because to even attempt that to an international star.
And in the article, we respect you. No, we don't.
No, they don't. They now realize like who he is as far as how big he is. Because for them to do that means that they thought, man, he's just a little, supporting actor or something. Or they probably just thought he was like an extra. You don't know what's there. And now it's hit and they realize, oh, you've done this to someone with a platform, with his voice is heard. Oops.
He did not deserve that, man.
Nah, but
he did not deserve that.
I have faith in John. I'm sure he's gonna he's gonna make it right.
I think so.
Shit, the world is a messed up place, bro. Business.
That's what I was hearing. Like you got to be cutthroat in business. Like you can't be not cutthroat in business.
To them, just to them. That's how I do it. Just to them. Do you know what I mean? Just to them. With them sharks, or just keep them out of your business.
Is that possible?
Yeah, a lot of people just refuse to sign or do deals outside. A lot of people just own the shit. That's why I like the Dame Dashes and stuff like that. Just own. Do you? You know what I mean? Because letting all these people participate in your stuff, getting a piece of the pie, they're gonna try and cut you out. It's not even their idea. You know what I mean? It's like you write bars and your bars are fire and you got a following. Hi, I'm a record label. Let me give you this money, which is a loan that you have to pay back, so I can participate in that and get the lion's share. Sign this, please. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man. Keep selling your 10,000 records. Do your thing.
At least
because if you sell 1 billion with these guys, you're gonna have less money than your 10,000 records.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like you're doing something that you built off your own back. Let me throw some money at you that you have to pay back, so that I can own your likeness, your name, your masters. Like that's not a crazy thing. Like it's masters. It's called masters.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's called masters. And that's why I like people like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, as young as he is or whatever, he's always owned his masters.
No, he bought it.
Yeah, back. He's smart. If you look at certain people, if you look at how it's put in, it's called masters. And you know what the part you own? You know what it's called?
What?
Slave. No one talks about that part in the contract. In the contract, the part you sign over to them is called the masters. The part I sign over to you, nobody likes to say out loud. It's literally there. It's called slave. So if you sign over your masters, you're accepting the slave. But no one likes to say that part. Both words are in the contract, but people only talk about the masters.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? That's whenever I talk to people, and oh yeah, man, you should get signed. How come you're not trying to get signed? Whatever. I'm like, again, no offense. That's what you trying to do. That's you. I'm like, I'm someone. I write all my stuff. So even if you hear someone else on my stuff, I wrote their part.
Right.
I write all my stuff. A lot of times I write to no beat. Like I write and then I go and try and find of music. And when I hear a beat, I want to add different. Like, you know what I mean? So I create all my own stuff. All the artwork you see, that's me. I've shot it, I've edited it. Like, do you know what I mean? That's all me. So I'm not really trying to. That's not my goal. Again, different stroke for different folks. I'm trying to own some stuff. Do you know what I mean? So the whole getting signed stuff, like, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I've seen too many people say don't sign.
Yeah,
I've seen Trump say
if it works for certain people, and that's what they want to do, I'll still say be cautious. But I'm saying, me personally, that's not what I'm looking at right now at this point in my life, because I'm doing everything. I'm filming stuff, I'm editing stuff. I'm like, do you know what I mean? And it's like,
you know, but
you're a big label. If I sign to you, what are you doing? Oh, distribution. I've got a distributor. I distribute my stuff. International, I distribute internationally. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm selling records in Turkey and stuff. I'm not saying I'm some big or whatever. I'm still pushing it. I'm going the long road. But I'm saying, you got to really ask yourself what these companies are offering you when you partner with them. Because a partnership is not what we're hearing is happening. They're saying partnership, but then they're taking ownership. Do you know what I mean? If you're like in John's case, if you're directing, editing, filming or whatever, man, do a Kanye and go try and figure out how you can make some perfume, because you've done the hard part that they couldn't do. Like, you know what I mean? Jo Malone, you can make something smell nicer than them.
That's a fact.
Because you've got that idea.
If John come out with his own fragrance, we're getting it.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because it sounds like they need you don't need them. Because the selling part's the important part. You have the idea of the thing to sell. I don't care what product you have. If you ain't got a selling part, you ain't doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? So always, that's the question I always tell people, like, before you're trying to sign or try and get involved with these companies and get in bed with them, just realize 9 out of 10 times it's, hey, I see you doing something dope and I want to participate in it and take credit. That's what that contract is saying. I want to own that.
I've seen Joe Budden. I saw Leash online. Lady Leisha talk about it. I didn't even know she was something like that. And she's talking about how that she is seeing so many people get signed and then get depressed because they can't do anything.
Now you're under that label, you can't, you know, usually you have your little freestyle Friday. No, you can't put that up.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's on Instagram, no? We own you.
That is nuts. Imagine, let somebody tell me I can't put out my art. You lost your mind.
We're working with this artist roll out, and we don't want you to take momentum away from them.
What do you?
So sit down till October.
Shut up.
Like, no, it's all in the contract.
Yeah. No.
It's all in the contract. Like, you'll stuff like that.
Never. Have you lost your head? Yeah. Do you know? Like, you can't tell me how to move when I was moving before you, and how I was moving before you attracted you.
And that's why. So when people do something, it's like, yo, you have to know what you're trying to get yourself into. That's like, you look at people like Nipsey and stuff, yeah? No one's gonna sit anywhere and be like, oh, Nipsey is the greatest rapper ever, top 5 or something. No one's gonna sit and be like, he sold me. No, it's, but he didn't sell as much as that guy you rate, but he got every cent of what he sold, right? That's why he had more money than the guy you rate. Like, I mean, because all that guy was flashing was advancing. Those are loans.
It's a fact.
Do you know what I mean?
And when they did come to him, he made sure he had a partnership.
Because whenever I saw Nipsey outside of the videos in real life, he was driving like a 7 Series and like a Bimmer, like a BMW 7 Series and stuff. Like, you mean something he could afford, something that was still the average man in driving those 7 Series, but it wasn't like the Ferraris. And stuff. You know what I mean? So, but it was his.
Yeah.
Like, it was his. How many times you see the guys in the Ferraris get repossessed? Or the label actually say, if you don't stick to your tour date, we're taking your right. Like, you mean, they're undermanned, bro. Ownership is.
I seen you say that she was on their label and she didn't feel like herself until she was out of it, and she was also saying that she's seen so many artists, even take their life to some extent.
Yeah, because it's a quick fix, man.
They can't move. They can't do anything.
The long road is tough.
Yeah, she was saying don't sign. I seen Trump say it. I seen Nip say it. Yeah. Joe Budden, who was in the industry, he said that he signed a few bad deals and he got into the podcast game, and then they're moving the same way that they're moving in the music industry, in the podcast game. So he's out, he's saying own your stuff. Dame Dad says own your stuff. So many people speak about ownership. Jay is a billionaire off of owning his stuff. Diddy's a billionaire because he owns his stuff. Yeah. Chris Brown, young billionaire, nobody talks about, owns his stuff.
Yeah, that young man's a genius with how he does business.
So many people own
like you said, no one talks about it. That young man, Chris Brown, with the way he does business, regardless how you feel about him and his antics or personally, or if you like the music or not. Like you said, people don't talk about it. That young man is a genius. Research his business. Anything he does, he owns.
No, it's ownership.
He does his own artwork as well. Like, that guy's a genius.
And he's got his own clothing label, and he's doing this thing. Nas got his own production company, Mass Appeal.
Ooh, Nas about to open. I don't even open yet. He's about to open like a bourgeois restaurant, I think, in Chelsea or something.
Imagine that.
Yeah, man.
Do you see what I'm saying? So you see the difference between how we're talking about people that own stuff versus people that are signed. The fact that they, like you said, me doing my own thing independently, and let's say I get 10,000 sales, that's 10,000 real solid sales that I did on my own.
Yeah.
Which means the recuperation I get after I've put out, that I've paid for my distribution, that I've paid for my whatever, my little output, the input that's coming in, solid. So could you imagine that on a mass scale if you stay like that?
And that's when they come knocking. Which makes me find it really weird when people sign. No one's gonna try and sign you if you're not doing big numbers or gathering a following. Yeah. So that's what confuses me, because you're doing big numbers now. You're on your rise. For them to be interested in you, you're doing good. You're on the radar. So why would you sign? Why would you bring up? You've done all the hard work to get to the point where you can do shows now. You can sell out little venues. Do you know what I mean? You're literally you're able to live off your music to some extent. You've done all that. Why would you give that away? Because that's what you're giving away. Do you know what I mean? Like, this ain't the 90s and stuff where you have to pay for the CDs to burn it and the records and like, bruv, you make a track tonight, you put it out online tonight, free. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm just thinking about it.
Sell it. Like, you don't need them. It's not like the 90s where the hardware, you know what I mean? You don't need them. You pay for your little studio time. There's people doing studio in their bedroom with a laptop. You put out tonight, you got a little dance, you put out the little video of your homies. Boom! Trending. So what do you need them for?
It's true.
It's like,
I'm just saying that to say, you know, like, be careful. Now, people out there, if you're listening to this, just be careful. We are very talented, spontaneous, magical people. And a lot of people are attracted to not just what we can do, but just how we are. I'm talking about like our essence. The way we are naturally, even without the things that we create, just on a natural level. Right down to our skin and molecules. People are obsessed with us and they want that stuff. They want parts of that. They want to, you know, they want to poke the bear a little bit. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I will always say be careful. Never allow nobody to entice you or provoke you, because those are the two things that get us the most. And us as emotional people, our emotions and our reactions are so high, and they know that if they can just trip the wire a little bit,
that's it, man.
That's it.
Do you know how powerful you are if you don't want, if you don't want to sign? Do you know how powerful Joe Budden became in the last couple of weeks?
He still is.
Just because he said
no.
It's a lot of money, but do you know how powerful Dave Chappelle became? Do you know how much he's getting per show now? Because some years back he said that's a lot of money, but nah.
And if he took that money back then, where would he be now?
Like, because I get it. Like, people have families to feed, people to take care of, and that's the weakness. That's the weakness. Because there is no generational wealth. Because you won't find someone generational wealth signing any of these deals. So that.
And once you sign those deals, there's certain clauses in those deals, like non-disclosure agreement. Once you sign it, you can't say how much you signed for, you can't say how long the deal was for, you can't say anything. And why would they put that in a contract that benefits
you? And
it's
their deal. So they change the contracts as well, which you can't do. You can't change it, let you sign. Because in Joe's situation, there was some bonus listed in when they hit certain numbers. When he hit those numbers, he spoke to them. They were like, nah, we'll change our mind. And it's like, they can do that. Like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So he really peeped the game, and he was like, yo. When that's what people criticizing Joe, like, he's burning bridges, burning relationships. For what?
He says he don't
it's
care.
It's his idea.
Yeah. He said he don't care because...
Who needs that bridge or that relationship? In Joe's own word, there's oppression on that bridge.
Thank you.
Burn the bridge down.
Thank you.
So people are always trying to really focus either on the money or just on the optics like trying to be liked and stuff. I'm saying, yeah, handle your business in such a way that, you know, you have a good rapport, whatever. But there's times to also burn the house down. Like,
Yes, there
people
is.
always focus on the money or on some kind of perception. It's like, what all these stories, when they're doing you dirty, they don't care about how it looks. The story you just said about John Boyega, they didn't care about how they're gonna issue some dead apology at the end. Do you know what I mean? Because people always focusing on trying to appease people in situations that are not trying to appease them. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, yo, someone violates, you gotta burn the house down. Like, what is this? Do you know what I mean? Don't try and take the higher road or preserve a relationship of someone that's trying to screw you in a contract.
Horrible.
It's nothing to preserve. There's no relationship. Like, because then that sounds like you're hoping they change. And down the line, you can do something with them. You don't want to be thinking like that.
I don't want to do business with somebody like that.
Because the whole preserving a relationship is, oh, you try to do me dirty, so I'm hoping down the line you don't, and I'm still going to work with you. They're burning the bridges, or you try to do me dirty, I'm not working with people like you.
That's it.
Because this is what you're trying to do. This is how you make your money.
That's why I always salute Joe, because I can learn from him. I listen to it, and the jokes that he drop is crazy, because I think about it, like, I'm not where he's at, we ain't where he's at, but we do what he does.
Yeah,
We're both artists, right?
He is the podcast game to me.
He is. Nobody cared about it before he came. The only other podcast I know I was listening to was Bruce Lee's daughter's podcast, and that was in memory of the late great master Bruce Lee. Who else do I listen to? Shaq. Shaq has a podcast I listen to.
So, actually, you would.
Yeah.
Shaq likes to talk.
And it's super funny, bro. It's super
and he can pull a lot of strings because people will come.
His podcast is amazing. It's funny, and it's just him being him. Like, you know, without any actual filters. Like, he can be his full self on his podcast, which I think is dope. So there's certain, as in, like, I'm listing podcasts that I know that I'll listen to, or that I can remember off the top of my head. But if we're talking about the biggest, it's Joe Budden.
Yeah. For me, when I think of podcasts, I think of Joe Budden. Because that's from years. That's from back. Way back.
And I mean before.
He made it cool. He made it cool.
Thank you.
He made it cool.
Yes.
So if I wanted to hear something first, Joe Budden, like, he touching that. Early. You know what I mean? He might put 2-3 videos up today. Early, touching that. So
that's my thing. Because I'm a creative, like Joe was a creative and is a creative, and because I have a podcast, Joe has a podcast, and because I believe in myself and I believe in my words, I believe in informing my people the same way he does. When I see somebody who's at the top of that, who's number one saying, yo, it's not sweeter on the other side, bro.
Nah. Don't be
when
food
I hear
now.
that,
Don't be food now.
I'm like, okay, I'm peeping that.
Don't be food now.
Because I seen I can't remember his name, Virgil, but the guy that flamed Kanye on TMZ, he went and got his own podcast, but it was underneath somebody else. And he was speaking to Joe, and Joe was telling him, because it was in, I think it's in the episode
you gotta own your stuff.
He was just like, wait, what? Why did you go to spot? Hold on, wait, what? Listen. You see, when your elders talk, you listen, bro. Joe Budden's an elder.
People
he's been in
people
the
just
game
don't like him, and you have to separate that from business. If I don't like you, but you're making good business, I still need to make good business, right? People don't like him, and they want to just not listen. That's free information.
It's not even that. It's just like, especially us that create through like naturally through what we are best at, right? And to see someone that did it for 20 years in the industry, and then he moved on to another industry for 2 years, and he's saying, yo,
he's killing, he's owning, he brought all his homies through. It's like, I don't agree with everything Joe says, but I'm gonna listen and then decide if I agree or not. I'm gonna listen first.
Not only that, but I'm taking in, let's say I don't even like what he's talking about. Let's say I don't like Joe Budden. There's information that he's privy to, that he's seen, that I have no idea about. And he's coming and saying, listen, like, he's putting it in this Joe Budden-esque way, but it's a way for you to understand, and he's so passionate about it because he's realizing, yo, if I am getting screwed, and I'm the dude in podcasting,
you better be
what about the people that are building?
You better beware.
What about the people that ain't even where I'm at yet? What happens to them?
Dirty game, man.
It's crazy, you know. It's crazy. So I just see that and I'm just like, word. Yeah. Word. That's it.
Joe's the truth.
You feel
Protect
me?
Joe at all costs. Joe's
Yeah, especially, you see what they're trying to do to him?
Straight after he turned on the Spotify thing. The timing. Now it's like, they're not even trying to style it anymore. You know, like before.
Yeah, they're just blatant, innit?
Yeah. And I like the way Joe's still handling it. It's like, I'm not going to rise to that because it's nonsense. And he's handling it in such a way that he's handling it the way he needs to, the way he wants to. The right way. Because, again, they're trying to draw you out, man. They're trying to draw you out and get you out of character. And like we said, Joe's been in the game so long now, and he's very comfortable with dealing with these crazy situations.
But he's
still not drawing him out.
Well, he's still human. I think the last episode, he walked. He left. Like, he just told his homies, yo, I need to leave.
No, but again, that's the power of ownership. Because it's his show, you can do that.
Yeah. Imagine if he didn't own it. They would have been saying, where you going?
And that's the power. Just by doing that, he's showing that he can handle things at his whole pace. I can deal with this when I want to. You can't do that if you work for the radio station.
That's true, you know. Like, if Charlamagne had a problem,
and the audience air it out, he has to hear it.
Right.
He has to sit and hear it.
That's crazy. Like, if Charlamagne can't be mad at something and then just express himself enough, he can't do that.
When you own,
that's crazy.
When you own, you can be like, I'm leaving, but you're still better work. Like,
that's crazy.
Crazy episode for me. Do you know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro.
That's the beauty of it. Wow. But yeah, just saying, you lot beware, man. All these contracts and stuff, know your worth.
Yes.
Know your worth.
Create as much as you can, but understand that you're the one creating it. It's your stuff.
Yo.
So because it's your stuff, don't let nobody come in and tell you what you can or can't do with your stuff.
If you sign, they can't tell you that. So don't sign.
Moving on from that.
Yeah.
If you guys do not know, if you have not seen, I have a battle out right now. Shout out to No Loose Chat. I referenced it in our last episode. It is out right now.
I'm just looking at the time. In 15 minutes. Well, it has no bearing on this guy, on whoever's watching this right now, because this is going to be out next week. It's not going to be over for me. But in real time, today in 15 minutes, our latest episode will be airing. And the battle links on the episode.
Oh, so that's dope. Right. So
also, you're plugging here as well.
Yeah, I'm plugging it.
I don't even know I did that because like they're not gonna be able to go back.
Hey, it all fits. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just to highlight what we call timing. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't do black people time. We do our time. I don't like the fact we break stereotypes over here. We don't do the stereotypes.
What type of stereo? Sony? Stereotypes.
But do you feel what I'm saying? Like I like that. That's called planning. That's called structure. Like I like the fact that we're ahead. I like the fact that we can make decisions like that. I can plug my own battles and stuff. Yeah. I will never ever like somebody telling me no, you can't say.
Hey, can I come on your podcast? Yeah. But you can't plug nothing. Oh, okay.
I don't even like the sound of that. That don't even sound right, bro.
The other ones where it's like they got a guest to interview and we're just hearing from the host like what the host thinks about the situation. The guest just there. Hey, come in and help my ratings. Just sit and shut up.
Imagine. I hate that. So I say that to say my battle is out right now. Caps, you are so dope for doing that with me, bro. You know, I feel like we got one, and if that's my first battle on the platform and it's a classic, I think I did pretty well. Link will be in this description. So No Loose Chat. Shout out to Paris, Snoop, Tally, everyone at No Loose Chat, man. It was so much fun. The sound was great, the lighting was great, the cutscenes was great. They didn't cut out or edit any of the crowd noise, so you hear everything. You actually feel like you're in the battle, which is exactly what I wanted. It actually premiered. I've never had a battle premiere before, so that was crazy to me. You feel what I'm saying? And the responses, I've had people doing reaction videos to it, which was dope to see. Like, see people dissecting. Yeah, I mean, see people dissecting the bars, and that's what I'm about lyrics. Like I told you, I put words.
How do you feel about that? Like watching people dissect your bars? Because I watched it, I was like, this is dope that I thought. I only want something like. Stop knowing my shit. Because a lot of my subliminals like I've written in such a way that like 10 years later, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what he was saying. He was saying 3 different things.
No, I want
stop knowing my stuff.
I want that because
and if you know it, because I was like, if you know it, I like you knowing it because you know you've worked hard to know it. So let other people work. Stop, like, don't come on the platform and tell people. Like, make it easy for them so they can be like, I know it too. Like, but again, it's weird. I started thinking about it when I was watching the couple of guys that said, I was like, wait, he's snitching.
I actually
giving the answers to the test.
Well, I would say this. I actually like when people go and dissect their bars because I get to see how they process stuff. Because with me spitting my bars the way I'm spitting it, I'm giving you a peek into my thought process. And the way I write, I'm leading you along, and then I'll break it down as well. And by the time I've broken it down, that's actually another punchline within itself. It's another scheme within itself. So to see the way certain people take in bars and that wow, that part, that's what I write for.
I like that.
So I've seen a lot of people say, oh, why don't you write like for the room and stuff? I mean, yeah, cool, but I'm not, like, my writing style is to provoke thought. That is the whole point of my writing style. It's not something quick. Like, there's microwave food, then there's oven food.
You said you MCs is cancer.
I'm just saying, I'd rather something that's well done instead of something quick. That's me.
Fire. Have you had any moments with the reactions where you're like, nope, you're wrong, or you're halfway but you're not there yet?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've had that.
Because I love when people tell me about my bars and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing, you're wrong.
I've seen them catch it, and then they're like, because the way I've written it, I make it so that by the time you think about it, it will hit you, but the way people absorb information sometimes, it will hit them and they're like, wait. And then I see them pause and I'm like, are you gonna get it or not? And they're like, oh wait, if it's that, then it's that. And I just love that. I love seeing people react to my stuff. I love reactions and things like that. That's what you write for, do you know what I mean? You write to pop somebody's imagination and to make them think more and to think deeper about what it is that I'm talking about. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is out right now.
Link's gonna be in the description.
Shout out to everyone involved.
You ain't gonna be able to read, just click.
You won't have to. It's a great battle. Caps did his thing. You guys will see when it come out. Like when it watches, I want to hear your lot's responses. At me, get at me, do whatever you
let us know. Let us know in the comments.
You know what I mean?
Let us know on socials.
Yeah. So that's that. So that's out. And I'm working on some more content, some more poetry. It's called Be More. That's the next installment of the From the Mouth of Ra series.
I've heard it.
What do you think?
Heard it.
I want to know.
I've heard it. Shit is fire. It's lit. I have to be careful about the critique I give because I don't want to give you guys any ideas of what it is.
Just say how it make you feel. Just how
fire. I nearly said something. See? I have to be careful.
No, you can't say no until it come out.
It enlightened me. You know,
that's it.
It took me to church.
Hey,
you know,
hey man, we thought-provoking people out here. So when that comes out, that will also be in the description. Shout out to Kusi, AB, everyone involved. I think we got one, you know what I mean? And when it come out, you guys will see. So that's up soon, that's coming up soon. And that's what we do. You know, we are artists and we create in different ways. He's somebody that can draw you in and make you forget about your problems and your current situation and put you in a different atmosphere. I am somebody that can give you a vivid picture depending on what you're listening to and make things very real from you. So when I speak, not only do you see it and you hear it, but you feel it. I need you to feel what I'm talking about. Do you know what I mean? So when it comes out, when you hear my stuff, you know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm gonna give you guys for now.
That's what's up.
When it come out, we'll do a proper review of it or a proper.
Yeah, we gonna review our own shiznits. I have to say shiznits because YouTube would try and violate.
Oh yeah, no, we can't do that. You can't do that.
We're gonna review our own stuff. I got 2 tracks. I got 2 tracks I need to record. See, unlike him, these aren't even down yet. About to finish the second one. I got a track coming out called BLM. We know what that stands for.
Oh, yeah.
Black Lives Matter. So I think I might want to drop that for Black History Month. Sometime in October.
That would be dope.
Then I've got another track called Forever. Again on my conscious shiznit. So those are my 2 things that I've not recorded yet. I'm planning to just book studio on my birthday, as crazy as it sounds, and then lay those down on my birthday. I think that might be, everyone asks, what do you think for your birthday? That might be my treat to myself. I might lay those 2 tracks down on my birthday and then just sit on them till Black History Month. And then just waiting for my next single to come out R&B. You know, pre-orders from this Friday, the 19th, out on the 25th,
Come on.
of September, my birthday, you know, called Big Drum. That's in a different direction, more pop, more R&B, more sexy. You know, straight after that, hit with the Black History.
I'm adding that Big Drum to my vibes playlist because I've got a vibes playlist. And before the record, not to cut you off, my bro, every song he's ever put out, I got on my phone already.
That's my guy.
Every song.
I've got your song because you refuse to put out songs. Because you refuse to put out songs. So the one you put out is a duet. I've got it. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, well, that's coming soon. That's all I will say with that. With my music, I'm a little bit more cautious with that. Like, I can't just
I hear you.
step in like that.
I hear you.
Poetry is a little different because it's more of an extension of myself. With music per se, I can't say it's new because I've always been around and love music.
Yeah.
But to create music is just a little bit different for me. So I take my time with that. With my poetry, I feel like it's a standard that I set for myself, which is why I'm always trying to put things out every month, and I'm always trying to outdo myself. So when you hear this one, I believe it'll be better than the last one you heard. Then when you hear the next one, it'll be better than this one. So I'm constantly trying to level up with my lyrics constantly and stuff like that. And I just
hitting them. Keep hitting them.
Keep doing that.
That's what I like. Ooh, I've got so much new stuff. Like I play some of the stuff because I've got the while stuff is
I need to hear that.
While stuff is getting mixed, I've just got the live version. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we driving, it's like people like, yo, I'm like, nah, man. It's not even out yet, B. It's not even out yet. I can't even send you no link on that. Like, I've got so shit. We working, man. We working.
That's what we do out here. We work.
But competition time.
Okay.
I got an idea for competition time.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sign, yeah. I'm gonna give a little bar, and then you give a bar. Yeah. So they have 2 chances. So think of a song you like or whatever. I'm gonna give a bar, you give a bar, and then in the comments, because it's harder to cheat now. If we just give them bars in the comments, they can tell us. Nah, that's gonna be. You gonna say who said the bar, like who said the bar, who rapped the bar. That's too difficult. You have to tell us what the song is.
Oh,
They don't have to tell the artist.
okay.
Just tell us what the song is called.
All right.
Yeah. Alright. Think of a bar. Yeah, and just give it to them. I've got one in my head. It's a classic for me. I've got one in the clip all the time.
Okay.
And you just have to tell us which song it is. So you could just put song AJ rapped or sang was blah blah blah, and then you gonna win the prize. And or the song King Aries rapped or sang was blah blah blah, and you gonna win the prize.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, let me go first, yeah? Chain like a runaway train, I'm in your lane, like it's only 3 seconds to score to win the game. Can't bring the ultimate pain upon your brain on chain. You won't like it when I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay. I bet Eberginios and Escalade.
Oh shit!
That's it. I can't remember the rest of the line.
That alone, if you can't get that, cause mine is like, I went a bit difficult for you motherfuckers, but if you can't get that, say it one more time, just that like.
I put Eberginios and an Escalade.
That's it. So tell us one of these. The prize is some Amazon vouchers, and I might throw inside a little extra as well. Do you know what I mean? But tell us, cause we bought them bars, yeah. Tell us what the song is that I was rapping, or what the song that he was rapping. That's the thing. So you have to at least say the name of the song, but then say which one of us. Don't just be like the song was this.
Just to help you look out, his song is separate from my song.
Yeah, completely.
That's all I will say.
Completely different song.
And you guys could tell by the cadence and the flow and whatever that they're two different.
This should give it away for my song.
Oh no, you're not gonna get my. I'm not wearing nothing that's gonna give it away. So, and you lot might roast me and say that's not even the bar, but
that's the flow.
Yeah.
The last word is the most important. Like if you can't get that
too much. No. That's all. I'm trying to throw them off. I don't want them to get vouchers. I mean, last time I'm mad that everyone else got vouchers but me. So.
That's the thing. When you're the host, have you not seen competition terms and conditions? You can't even win the lottery if you work for the company.
You're not allowed. So me, I'm mad. You people getting all these vouchers and all of this stuff. Man. Boy, let me see who's gonna get it. Let's see.
Okay. Let's before we get to the BunDat section, let's go on some niceness, some niceness. So it's like it's been mad sunny and hot today. And it's meant to be getting better and better and better. You got any plans for the weekend? Any good? What's popping?
Okay, so shout out to Nkusi, literally just turned 26.
Shout out to your 26-year-old self.
And I got something I want to do for him. And I've owed him this for about a year. So I'm way overdue.
This is your 25th birthday present. You're getting when you're 26.
So, Nkusi, when you see this, don't grill me, bro. Like, I told you I was going to do it, I'm going to do it. I've got half of it in my room.
Half the Nando's is in his room.
No.
Is it going to go off? Or?
No. Half of his present package that I want to put together. It's not necessarily in no actual cases.
Lego?
No. But stuff that I want to give him, basically. Goya came a few weeks back, and I was going to give it to him when I went to go record, because he's like one of the craziest producers I've ever heard of. And he come up with the things that we're putting together, some of it.
He made a beat on it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Shout out to you. That was a nice beat.
Mm-hmm. So there's that, and I'm going to put some more stuff together, and I'm going to go to his house, and we're going to celebrate his life. Do you know what I mean?
26. That's what's up.
As a black man that's made it to 26, bro, where we grew up, where like in any environment that we grew up, because most of us live in the hood.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that are not here. Man.
It's not ideal, and it's not quote unquote the norm for some of our friends to make it past 23 even.
Yeah.
Some of our people die before 23.
Yeah.
So he made it to 26. And
more life, more to come.
More life, more success.
More to come, more beats.
Gotta celebrate my boy, man. So I'm gonna go do that on the weekend. So it's gonna be this coming weekend. I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
and
sounds nice. Weather should be great as well.
Yeah,
that sounds nice.
So that's something that I want to do for him, because he's been there. He was one of the only outside of you that was consistent with like my foot. He was the one that was like, he'd literally come to my house. And like, I remember when Logan, was it Logan? No, yeah, it was Logan Paul and KSI. When they were fighting, I remember I was fighting. And we watched it. We watched it. Do you know what I'm saying?
You lot had time that night.
Like, what else did we do? We made music. He started me on the music thing, because I wasn't going to do music.
Yeah, keep pushing him, man.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to do it.
Got one track.
And he...
It's only so many times I put on repeat.
So he was the one that kind of pushed me.
Being cold. Yeah. I like that shit, bro. It's hard.
Salute, bro. He was the one that pushed me towards that. Because music is his thing. He's the musician. I'm just the wordsmith. Like,
I suggest the wordsmith, bro. I suggest. Jest.
I believe strongly in understanding your gift. This is a gift of mine. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, to be able to connect and put words together is a gift of mine. That's something that was given to me. I didn't pick to be a wordsmith. I was chosen to be one. And based on those attributes, I'm not the type of person to just, unless somebody tries to downplay. Like recently, I don't know if you've seen my story. Somebody came out and was like, I got a pen too. And they added me, right? And
what?
And like, and they had... No, it's battle rap. In battle rap is a funny place where Battle rap is a funny place where
I wish
a lot of people
would. I wish it
listen.
would.
Shout out to Nobi because Nobi is cold. I think he's dope.
It's one day that I'll come out of retirement. I would be like, okay, all my singles on hold. I'm about to battle.
Shout out to Nobi. You know what I'm saying? Dude is cold. He's nice. His battle's gonna come out soon on No Loose Chat. But he at me and he was like, I got a pen too, and he had like this Dracula crucifix scheme.
Okay.
And I was like, well, the difference is the coffin. You're talking about Dracula, which is fictional.
Ooh.
My coffin bar was not. That's facts.
Damn. He said, don't come at me.
So
You're not ideal.
there's a difference between fiction and fact, clearly.
He said, my bars are real.
Just hit. So shout out to Nobi. That's my boy, you know what I'm saying? That's my battle rap, mate. We're in the same league, we're in the same era, but
Oh my God.
it's a little bit different over here. So, like I said, I'm not the type of person to be too braggadocious unless my pen is put into question. My pen is a little bit different.
This guy.
That's what I'm saying.
This guy said, all you battle rappers don't wanna rap with me with your rhyme schemes about ABC. I'm AJ Raw. Y'all are AJ Nah. I will destroy you in a rap battle. Then go ride some horses and herd some cattle.
Don't do that.
I'm not done, y'all. He said your flow is straight manure. Yeah? I can say in Spanish for your Espanol.
Okay, no.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system.
Let me finish it.
No.
End it. Yeah? He said you jumped on the computer and did a little act. But you know who you was messing with. You brought a pen and I brought a gas.
Commencing at the siren. Any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Yo. We have too much fun on this podcast. Oh my God. Yo. I had to, like, what?
There's no way.
Yo. Oh man.
Oh my days.
Yeah, we have too much fun on this podcast. See, this is why ownership's important. See?
It's true. It's true.
I would have spot these bars on a net where they'd be like,
It would have been technical difficulties.
we can have beef.
And this ain't even beef. Listen. Shout out to Nobi, bro. Shout out to Nobi. Shout out to No Loose Chat. Shout out to YD. Shout out to Cap. Shout out to everyone at No Loose Chat.
Shout out to you all, man. Shout out to you all.
It's all in the sport.
Like what you lot doing out
competition, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? That's what we live for.
So,
that's what we live for.
that's just what it is. Shout out to Crash, Tech, Amity, Scoop, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Surfer, everyone. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we do. We rap, and everybody got their stars and their lanes and whatnot. And it is what it is.
Man. Let's bun some.
That's all I will say. I'm not.
Oh.
That's it. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's about to go off?
No. I'm not gonna go off. I'm just gonna say, everybody got their lane. Everybody got what they do, and I feel like I'm somebody that puts words together pretty well.
Pretty well.
Right to the BunDat section. Okay, Jo Malone.
Jo Malone.
You people that
Sound
are
like one
screwing
word.
our people, taking our content just like the Kardashians. Ruining ideas and then put out weak, useless apologies that don't do nothing.
Yeah.
You're getting bun.
Yeah.
So what was it?
Jo Malone.
Jo Malone.
BunDat. Yeah. Bun Joe.
We're not buying.
Bun Malone.
We're not giving nothing. We're not following. And it's crazy because you lot almost had us. You lot are smart, innit? You take people that we like, you use them, screw them, and then still expect sales. Nah. Sorry.
Dirty.
You're getting put to the side, bro.
Yeah.
What you want, bro?
I'm gonna just bun, like you said, just the badness in society. Like I said, like that night where it's like my eyes saw that people literally terrible sometimes. Like, do you know what I mean? Just when, you know, just the badness in society. Do you know what I mean? Just all that negativity and trying not to help people. Someone dying, someone struggling, robbing someone in critical condition. Like, do you know what I mean? So all that. If you're out here and you're just with the badness and that, see you, BunDat. Like, do you know what I mean?
We don't do that out here. You gotta be good, bro. End of the day, there's too many bad people. There's bad people everywhere. There's too many. And
Crazy.
We're dropping like flies. So in society, it'd rather be best to help than it is to hurt. Just so.
Yeah. So 2 BunDats today. It's a light one. Yeah, we're very positive today.
Oh no, Boris Johnson, you getting bun. No. Straight for the you make us do.
Like, you said you can have 6 brethren though.
Eat out to help out, right? Yeah, we give you the money, we go back into society, we open up, we wear masks 24/7 in every public transport, when in reality we're breathing in our own carbon monoxide, which isn't exactly helping.
Woo!
Like that. Yeah, see, we're smart over here, okay? And then you're advertising these vaccines saying that you spoke to our people when that's been trending everywhere. You haven't spoke to nobody about nothing. The one time a government is supposed to be government and give us the democracy to vote on things that can actually help our health, and you're not giving us that chance. Instead, what we're doing is we have to go to HMRC or the websites like that and actually find out for ourselves. But because we're smart enough to use social media to spread this awareness and whatnot that you're not spreading, that you're not talking about, instead you're keeping us like inside again. So you can do your madness, and then when it comes to us actually returning back to some form of normalcy, you would have implemented things and okayed things and passed laws that could actually kill us based on a vaccine that's supposed to help, when in reality, this is an airborne disease, and the only way to fight such things is the same way you would battle a cold. So you get your vitamins, you get your vitamin Ds, you get your iron, you get your zinc, you get all your health substances and things that's used to actually amplify your immune system and therefore allowing your body to naturally fight off such a thing. No actual external vaccine could fix such a problem. But you dummies wouldn't know anything about that, would you? And there's actual cures in Africa that cost way less, that was being made months ago. Are you not talking about that? No. What you're doing is you're using Africa as a testing ground for your own actual things, and people are catching worse things from COVID, and nobody talking about that. But Boris Johnson, you, your government, your party, and everybody involved making life harder for us instead of easier.
BunDat. Fucking hell, I was with that, boy. You got me. You had me riding.
Because you're supposed to be helping, and you're hurting our people.
Yeah, I'm not with Boris.
Sorry.
I've never been to Boris, but I'm definitely not with Boris on this one.
Stupid.
I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna email him just that clip. Hey Boris.
Good.
Stupid.
Make it a meme, make it a give, I don't care.
Damn.
Supposed to be the prime minister of the country, and you trying to pass laws to hurt us, bro. And the nonsense.
Yeah, he's moving mad right now. He's moving mad.
About only 6 people. Of course, you would make it only 6 people. But your children can do whatever they want, go private school. So how you make it that only 6 regular people can meet up, but everybody can go back to school, go back to work, and things like that? How does that make sense? That doesn't make no sense. Are we on lockdown or not, idiot? Of course, you wouldn't know.
Oh, one day, mark my words, we're gonna be so big. We're gonna have Boris on this couch. Or in the studio or something. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
That's what I have to say. So that's my last one.
Until then, let's sign them out.
Spin AJ Raw.
King and Reese.
You've just finished listening to
BunDat Podcast. We out.